I mean, I had people come into my office and say, "Hey, did you apply it?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know. We'll see." Like, no. You need to. We want you to be in the role.
Hello and welcome back to the Few Podcast. This is Robert Shine with my co-host Madison Evans. Hi, Madison.
Hi, Rob. How are you?
Good. I'm looking forward to today's episode. We have somebody who's a superstar in the Coachella Valley. Palm Springs Life's 40 under 40. You're not going to want to miss this. This is going to be fun. Let's get right to it. And thanks for watching our podcast.
I'm super excited as well. We have Majna Dukic in the studio today, and she is the Director of Development Services at the City of Rancho Mirage, which is wonderful because they are supporting our Confidence Summit this February, which is in Rancho Mirage.
Madison, it's going to be awesome. I mean, we have a great day in the City of Rancho Mirage at the Ritz-Carlton in February of 2026. And we encourage everyone to check it out. Check it out on our website. It's going to be a wonderful day.
Yes, you will not want to miss it. And let's get into the episode with Majna.
So I'm really excited. I'm in the studio with a very special guest today. Majna is the Director of Development Services for the City of Rancho Mirage. Welcome to the podcast studio here.
Thank you so much. It's great being here.
We have a lot to discuss today because there's a lot of great history. I think our audience is going to be completely enthralled about, on the edge of their seat. You've got a beautiful story, but you're also recognized. Let's start off with the cool stuff here locally. You're recognized Palm Springs Life 40 under 40 recently, which is a huge honor.
Yeah, what a shock. What
That's
a shock
fantastic.
that was. That was pretty neat to see. I just got an email one day and I go, "Wait, what?"
It's fantastic. I was in that club about a decade ago.
In good company then.
So that's a fantastic group. So that's a wonderful honor. And they really focus on, the who's who in the Coachella Valley. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. I think one of the best things about it has been getting to talk to everyone else in the group and seeing the amazing people that I'm surrounded by. So that's been really great.
The movers and shakers of today and tomorrow, for sure, the Coachella Valley. It's a great network.
It's an amazing network. And to have us all in one room and just to hear everyone else's stories was amazing.
Today, we're here to talk about your story. Let's hear about your journey. Let's hear about your, what brought you to where you are today. You can start anywhere you want, and I'll sort of guide this through. So why don't we start with telling us about Majna?
So I guess let's start with the name, because I think that's a great place to start. So people see Majna and they kind of stop and they look at the name and they're like, what? And I go, it's Bosnian. Okay. And then people are kind of familiar with the area. And so then they stop and stare a little bit more and I go, it's Majna.
Okay.
So from Bosnia originally, a small Eastern European country. My family moved here in 96 after the Balkan conflicts. Yeah. So we lived through some hard years in my childhood. I was 6 when we moved.
Yeah.
And came here as refugees.
What brought you to the Coachella Valley?
We had family here. So my dad's uncle still owns, it's still part of family, Lino's Mercedes service off of Hobley.
Sure, yeah.
So
I think everybody knows that.
Yeah, so that's in our family. So we figured, hey, we know someone here, a little bit of comfort there. So we were one of the first families to be brought here as refugees after, and then I'm sure everyone now knows a Bosnian from the Valley, so
fantastic.
Many followed after, but we were one of the first.
When you got here, you were 6 years old.
I was 6 years old.
So elementary school, what elementary school?
Went to Lincoln. So we landed in Palm Springs in July of 96. Okay. I still remember when they opened the airplane doors and the heat hit me.
You'll never forget that.
Right? That stuck with me for some reason.
You walked into an oven.
Yes, and I thought, oh, okay, this is an interesting place. But came here in July of 96. Started first grade at Lincoln Elementary in Palm Desert in September. So didn't know any English at that point. So the first few months were interesting, to say the least. But I had some great people along the way that helped me. I had a first grade teacher, Mrs. Nevins. And Mrs. Nevins, if you're out there, thank you so much. She kept me in at recess some days and after school and taught me English.
Bless her heart. Wow, that is so good. Isn't that amazing to have teachers that just look after, and they're like angels, right?
such an angel and such a blessing, and truly think that without her, I wouldn't be where I am today. Just that extra care she took.
That's great.
In kind of guiding me and helping me in such a vulnerable moment and moments, I will forever be grateful.
That's fantastic. And then how are your classmates in the Coachella Valley here and relocating to a different country and learning the language and trying to, deal with 120 degrees in July?
Well, we didn't really understand each other very much.
Yeah.
But the great thing about being so young is we didn't need to. So a lot of them would just grab my hand and take me to the playground. Just kind of, come on, let's go. And I'd follow. The monkey bars were so confusing to me. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
We don't have that in Europe, or didn't at the time. Maybe now we do. But no, I was surrounded by some really great friends and some great helpers along the way that would literally just grab my hand and lead me.
That's special. That's really cool. So beyond, let's now advance to college, right? Where'd you go to college?
So I went to undergrad at UCSD.
Okay.
And then I did my master's in public policy at UCLA.
Okay.
So local Southern Californian.
You stayed home and
I stayed
and that's
home.
excellent. What brought you to public policy?
So I started out my undergrad as pre-med, actually. I thought, like every immigrant child, I wanted to grow up and be a doctor. So,
Yes.
so doctor or lawyer, those are the options.
For sure. I had the same in my household. We came over, my dad came over in 1953, and my mom was an Italian mom. My dad's Croatian. And we had the same, like, Dr. Shine, you're going to be the first Dr. Shine in this household. Sorry to disappoint.
Yeah. Didn't quite make it.
Didn't make it.
But I think the path that we chose is still decent. Yeah. But I went in pre-med and quickly realized that it wasn't the path that I needed to be on. So as part of the general electives, I took a urban planning class because it sounded cool, to be honest. And I thought, let's see what this is about. My dad back in Bosnia, he worked for the city, and he was in transportation and public works, actually. So there was a little bit of interest, a little bit of background there. But I took my first urban planning class in undergrad, and I thought, whoa, I like this. This is fun.
Cool. That's really cool.
And then after I got my degree in urban planning at UCSD, I thought, well, maybe I should do my master's in something that's a little bit more broad, would still kind of lead me to maybe local government and helping in that way, but if for some reason there wasn't an opportunity in that, I could utilize it to follow a different path. So I did my master's in public policy with a focus on health, still trying to, because I did connect with the health side of things, but just wasn't what the sole path I wanted to go on. So I did public policy with a minor in health.
So I want to take a step back because you said something that was interesting. I want to dig into it with regards to college. So you changed majors. Mm-hmm. Is it something where you just woke up one day and said, I want to change majors, or was there like a little bit more to it?
Well, so there was a little bit more to it.
Okay.
UCSD is a big science school. Yeah. So a lot of the students there want to go into healthcare and want to become doctors, want to go to med school. So the school at that time had a program where, and I forget what the top percentage or top number of students would have direct access into getting into med school. So it was very competitive. And there was a chemistry class that I was in, and I'm doing my thing, and I realized that this person next to me is trying to sabotage my experiment. And at that moment,
wow.
I took a step back and I thought, I don't know if I can do this. I don't think this is meant for me. I'm not the kind of person that's willing to step on someone else's toes just to get further in life. Yeah. It just wasn't who I was. And going through years of that and essentially a decade of that just wasn't how I wanted to live my life.
That's an unbelievable story. And it's great to see that one door closes, another door opens.
Exactly.
And look at where you are today.
Exactly. Ultimately, I think it was meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it is. Well, thank you for sharing that part.
Yeah. It was funny at the time. Funnier now.
Yeah. No, it never is. It never is. I mean, it's always difficult when you have those life experiences, but then you look back and see the twists and turns and life examples or experiences that kind of get you on the path, less chosen than what you originally thought.
Exactly.
And it's all meant to be.
Yeah,
so
all meant to be.
Whether I'm not a doctor mom or she's not a doctor, it all works out. It all works out. So there's a time before you went to UCLA for your master's and you have some family in Bosnia.
I have a lot of family in
Yeah,
Bosnia.
I can imagine, right? and you go back to be with them, right?
So I go back every summer to see them, all the aunts, uncles, cousins. There was also a period of time that I thought that maybe that's where I belonged, that maybe that's where I should be living. Before committing to grad school, I took some time, about 5-6 months, to go back and see what life would be like in Bosnia. And they were a wonderful 5 or 6 months until I realized that it couldn't provide me the opportunities that I would have here. I wouldn't be able to achieve the goals that I wanted to achieve, which in large part do have to do with helping the community in some way, shape, or form. That's given me so much. So I ultimately decided to come back and see where this life goes.
Oh, that's great. It's great that you had the opportunity to go back and at least live in that moment, experience that moment, and then sort of realize where you're drawn to, where you're needed, where your heart is, and then giving back to the community that gave you the opportunity with embracing you open arms when,
Absolutely.
you were so little. And it's such a, amazing gift to have you back in the Valley where, you're part of the Valley, you're fabric of the Valley, you're a success story of the Valley, right?
Thank you.
And then not very often we get to retain people like you in the Coachella Valley, but I think it's more and more.
I think
right?
so.
We're getting more and more younger and people that are just seeing that how beautiful this valley is.
Don't get me wrong. It was really great to go have 3 coffee breaks a day. For some reason, everyone in Europe is on a coffee break all the time.
That's true, right? Yeah.
So that part, we may want to reconsider.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It definitely didn't provide the opportunities that I had here. So home is where the heart is.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, my heart was here.
Well, that's such a great little segue in the story to give us that insight and see where you are as we are today.
Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Bronwyn Eisen. I'm the CEO, co-founder, and co-host of the Confidence Summit that is happening February 27th and 28th at the beautiful Ritz-Carlton in Rancho Mirage, California. You're not going to want to miss this year's Confidence Summit, so join us again February 27th and 28th. We'll see you soon. And be sure to grab your ticket at societyofthefew.org.
So what brought you back to the Coachella Valley?
As I was finishing grad school, I had an opportunity to go into healthcare consulting. I actually interviewed and got a job for a major consulting firm out of Chicago. Okay. So I thought for sure that was where I was going to end up. But I also got a job opportunity for the City of Rancho Mirage. At that time, I was applying just to see.
Right.
Yeah, just to see what would potentially pan out. And I got a job at the City of Rancho Mirage as well. Ultimately, I think that there's a special bond between me and my family, given what we went through in my childhood. And ultimately, family drew me back. I wanted to be close to them and be able to support them. And I don't know if I thought it would be forever or for as long as it has been. I've been back in the desert about 10 years now, but they drew me back in. I couldn't create that much distance between us. It didn't feel right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you are where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I think
so. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So you're starting out what position did you start out at the City Rancho Mirage?
Oh, at the very bottom.
Yeah. You worked your way up from day one.
I did. I started as an assistant planner at the City of Rancho Mirage. So I handled the counter. So anyone that came in for a question or wanted to pull a permit over the counter for a block wall, I was their first point of contact. So answering phones, all of it.
So you learned everything about the city immediately just by from a planning, standpoint.
Absolutely.
Just by being in the, front counter.
It was such a blessing.
Yeah.
Because
I can imagine.
Because of that, because I was able to learn everything all at once. And to this day, there's times where, someone's passing by and I can help them at the counter. I can stop and I can be of assistance. If there's someone that needs something, I'll happily help. And they kind of go, "Who are you?" Because they're not used to seeing me.
Right.
It was the building blocks to everything else. So I wouldn't have changed that experience for anything.
That's fantastic. And then just fast forward in that career track within the city.
Oh my gosh. There's been so many title changes at this point. So
I hope you kept every one of your business cards.
I did. And
okay,
I
so you
kept
gotta
the
frame
name
that.
tag. I have,
Yeah.
yep.
That's
so
fun.
just to kind of see how far we've come, but how far I've come. I started as an assistant planner about a year and a half in, got promoted to an associate planner. After associate planner, became a senior planner. After senior planner, became a planning manager. And then finally, after planning manager, became the director of development services. So that at that point, went beyond just the planning department. So now I oversee planning, building code, and housing. So expanded my view just a little bit.
Well, I think that's a testament on two sides. Number one, it tells me, because you don't ever see that very often, where you're rising through the ranks, and if you're a rising star, if you will, right, really solid talent that you just went through all these different levels and not on a rapid track, but almost on a rapid track, because it was merited and deserved.
Thank you.
On one hand, that's a testament to you, right? And who you are. On the other side, it's a testament to the city of Rancho Mirage and the leadership and understanding the talent that they have.
Absolutely.
Right. And retaining you and making certain that you're where you need to be in terms of your career growth, because you're going to grow exponentially, even still from this day forward. I mean, I see a lot more in your future.
Thank you so much.
So it's a sort of testament on both sides. Like, you know, the team and the city sees you and recognizes that talent, as well as what you've been able to just accomplish.
I truly don't think I would be where I am today if I wasn't surrounded by the people that I'm surrounded by at City Hall.
It's a fantastic City of Rancho Mirage is second to none. It's a fantastic team.
Not to toot our own horn, but
no, but I see it. We see it. I mean, we see all the other cities out here, right? There are about 9 cities. Best run city in the Coachella Valley is Rancho Mirage, second to none. I mean, we see that. You know, I live in another city, you know, Indian Wells, and it's a well-run city, beautiful city. But there's, you know, our business in Palm Desert, Rancho Mirage. I think all the other city councils and city departments are looking up to Rancho Mirage. You guys are setting the mark out here.
We have an amazing team. And when I say team, I mean every single person at City Hall truly makes it the amazing place that it is to work. And I don't think that I would be where I am if it wasn't for timing. I think timing had something to do with it, luck, and the people around me.
Fantastic.
I wouldn't have even applied for the position that I'm in if it wasn't for my team members now encouraging me at the time. So I applied on the last day, I have to admit, because I was so nervous about taking on the role, because
I'm sure they encouraged you to do so too, right?
They did. My predecessor had done such an amazing job. And so there were big shoes to fill.
Okay.
And there was something nerve-wracking about taking that on. And I was still relatively young in my career. I've been the director in April. It'll be about 4 years now.
Fantastic.
So I was young. There was a lot to learn.
Is there anybody else in the Coachella Valley in your position as a female?
There is now.
Okay.
There is now. There's been a couple that have taken the role since
You were the first
summer.
out here.
From what I know, I was, at least in a long time.
At least at your age too, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So it was everyone encouraging me. I mean, I had people come into my office and say, "Hey, did you apply it?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know. We'll see." Like, no. You need to. We want you to be in the role. And so it was just, there was something about the team that I would be working with coming to me and saying, "Hey, we want you to take on this role." That how do I say no to that? How do I?
That's really cool.
Yeah. And so going in, I knew I had support, which I think is unique and doesn't typically happen. So
fantastic.
Luckily they were right and it worked out, but
yeah, I think they all saw something in you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
And they're lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now the city has a lot of amazing projects, right? I mean, if you look at what you've been able to do in terms of helping, let's say, In-N-Out Burger get into Rancho Mirage, to the Disney project, which is nationally known. I mean, nationally known, Cotino.
Yes.
And putting a shovel in the ground and getting that project, moving along. Share some of your experiences, or even what Sensei with Porcupine Creek and Larry Ellison's project. You've got a lot of amazing little gems in your city.
That goes back to the timing.
Okay.
So I think that I've been lucky to have the opportunity to work on such amazing projects. They've definitely shaped my viewpoint on development. Going in, we're not the city that's wants to stand in anyone's way. We want to help, and we want to figure out how to do things at a first-class level, but help guide along the way. So going in with that perspective, I think made it easy for me to step into some of these projects and go, okay, how do we make these as successful as we can, making sure that we're still developing in a responsible manner and making sure that they're the high quality projects that the residents are used to getting.
Yeah.
So it was pretty neat.
When you say that, City of Rancho Mirage partners with on a first class level to make certain that their community is served, second to none. And you guys showcase that with every project that you guys are rolling out.
That's what we're there for. So whenever someone asks a question or asks for a meeting and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry," that's why I'm there. I'm there to help, and I'm there to offer assistance if I can and help move things along. Now, if it's not right, you're also going to hear that side of it, but we can do it in a way where we offer options. If there is something that we can change or make better, ultimately we have the same end goal, which is to make Rancho Mirage a wonderful city to live in.
You've done just that, and you're going to continue to do that for the residents for years to come. So another big staple of the Coachella Valley, but also in the city of Rancho Mirage, is Eisenhower, which helps so many people here. I mean, it is one of the most important medical facilities here, especially in Southern California, but here in the Coachella Valley in Rancho Mirage. And while it's been there for so many years, it's also needed a lot of changes, a lot of updating and renovation. And so you and your team and the city have been able to work in partnership in concert with, Eisenhower to get what they need done to serve the community at large even more. I mean, you want to expand on a little bit of what you guys have been able to help them with?
Yeah. So I think that we've all noticed that, especially post-COVID, there's been a large influx of people moving to the Valley.
Yeah.
There's a lot more people here than there were 10, 15 years ago. And while the infrastructure and organizations and hospitals that we have in place are absolutely amazing, they also need to expand to address the new number of people that we have in the Valley. So Eisenhower, always being the innovative organization that they are, realized that they needed some expansion. So our team just helped guide them along the way, helped take them through entitlements, give any comments on things they could potentially make better for the community, and we're able to facilitate at least getting shovels in the ground to get things going out there. And while as you're driving through now, there might be some construction that might seem annoying and difficult to get through, in the long term, I think it's going to be a great benefit for the Valley.
Again, just another testament and a story to how you guys are partnering with and fast tracking in the right way to get the projects where they need to be.
When projects are submitted in such a detailed way, it makes it easy for staff to help and push things through the process and get things going. So we couldn't do it without the amazing developers and owners that we work with. So we're very grateful for the city that we have.
That's awesome. That was an amazing interview today. Thank you for being in our studio today and sharing your story.
Thank you so much for having me.
What amazing way just to have somebody like you giving back and having you give back in such a great way that serves so many people and benefits so many people in the Coachella Valley, not just in the city of Rancho Mirage, but in the overall Coachella Valley. So we're blessed to have you. City's blessed to have you. And thank you for being on the Few podcast with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's truly a wonderful place to live, and any way that I can potentially even just a little bit give back, it makes my heart happy.
Awesome. Great to see you. And we'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much.
Madison, we had such a great conversation. We learned so much. Somebody who really came to the Coachella Valley at a young age. The Valley embraced her. She worked her way up from day one, right? Just day one of learning a new language, learning a new community, and then giving back to the same community, coming back to the Coachella Valley and literally opening her arms and embracing the Valley with, just her depth of education and knowledge and now experience. And it's a blessing for the entire Coachella Valley.
Yeah, she's really made a difference, and she has a great story. And like we do in every episode, we're going to end the episode with a couple quotes. The first is by Margaret Chase Smith, and it reads, "Public service must be more than doing a job efficiently and honestly. It must be a complete dedication to the people and to the nation." And our second quote is by Mahatma Gandhi, and it reads, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others."
Fantastic. I really see her as like literally leading the city. She could be city council, mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
And thank you everyone for listening to this episode of the View Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and our next episode is very exciting. You will not want to miss it. Robert Shine is going to be at the University of San Diego doing a live podcast in front of all the students there. So you will not want to miss that episode.
This podcast is brought to you by David Field Producer. It is produced and directed by David Field and Kristen George. And its mix, edit, and socials by Kristen George. Blanky Shine Wealth Management is a group of investment professionals registered with Hightower Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC, and with Hightower Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor with the SEC. Securities are offered through Hightower Securities, LLC. Advisory services are offered through Hightower Advisors, LLC. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities. No investment process is free of risk, and there is no guarantee that the investment process or the investment opportunities referenced herein will be profitable. Past performance is not indicative of current or future performance and is not a guarantee. The investment opportunities referenced herein may not be suitable for all investors. All data and information referenced herein are from sources believed to be reliable. Any opinions, news, research, analysis, prices, or other information contained in this research is provided as general market commentary. It does not constitute investment advice. Blanky Shine Wealth Management and Hightower shall not in any way be liable for claims and make no expressed or implied representations or warranties as to the accuracy or completeness of the data and other information, or for statements or errors contained in or omissions from the obtained data and information referenced herein. The data and information are provided as of the date referenced. Such data and information are subject to change without notice. This document was created for informational purposes only. The opinions expressed are solely those of Blanky Shine Wealth Management and do not represent those of Hightower Advisors, LLC, or any of its affiliates.